Hello YouTube, this is Sojo here. I want to do another video pertaining more or less to um, preparation for, starting a new art project or a manga project, or it doesn't matter what kind of project, but more or less pertaining to manga and drawing and stuff like that. Well, okay, I'm gonna more or less tell you what I particularly do when I get started on doing any type of project pertaining to any drawings that I'm doing or stuff like that. I've never really done that many like storyboards and stuff like that, even though I should have, because I'm trying to get into making my own manga and stuff like that. So I started reading up on stuff like getting certain books about how to develop your own manga, um, working with storyboards, then going into paneling, and then also the overall flow of the actual, the pages, like how you want the direction of the page to go. If you want to go from left to right or right to left, I'm trying to still keep with the traditional Japanese style from right to left reading. I'm going from up and down, left, right to left. Um, but what I'm do here more or less is what I'm saying is like what I particularly do when I first start getting into stuff or drawing. Okay. Um, First off, I more or less set the scenery. I always take away anything that's in my way, any like clutter or anything like that, and not necessarily all the time, because I usually have like a whole bunch of stuff on my table, and then I just at least some type of space for me to draw and stuff, because obviously that's the one entire point of me moving everything around. And then also get out and organize my stuff that I'm going to be using for my drawings. Like, I'll get my erasers, sharpeners, pens, ink pens, gel pens, white out, stuff like that, just to have everything in front of me just in case I need it. Um, and I am very, very much into having a great assortment of pencils, mechanical and regular pencils. Just yesterday I bought a new set of mechanical pencils from Zebra, and they're a brand based in Japan, so that's why I like getting those ones. And it's either Zebra or Pentel. I like those brands a lot. I do work with Papermate once in a while and stuff like that, but I really like Pentel and Zebra. Zebra does a lot of stuff pertaining to manga supplies, like Neb pens and G pens and stuff like that. Okay, I'm just gonna show you my more or less my area that I'm working with and everything. So I'm gonna put you over here. Okay, when it comes down to paneling and stuff, write out the story, stuff like that. I have a brief summary of the characters, who they're gonna be like what type of roles they're gonna be having, and then I just do an overall like write out of what's going on there. Um, and just just giving a basic overall summary of what I want the 2 pages to include and have in the actual panel. So that's where you start off with the story. It's really difficult sometimes to come up with a story or some type of idea. Me particularly, I'm not a writer as much, but I'm starting to get myself into doing that again because I'm obviously going to be going back to school, and so I have to get everything ready. So write out the story, some ideas, concepts of the characters. Give them some basic, background information. They like what type of blood type they are. What type of favorite foods that they like. When they're born, what's their sign. Stuff like that. Just give you a more or less overall idea of what involves the characters. And then right here, because I'm doing the thing for the contest for the Sojo guy. I had to like come up with some ideas of how to draw the characters from the manga, like how their eyes look and stuff like that. And then I have some type of emblem I'm gonna have for the manga, the 2 page manga that I'm doing, the one shot that goes Psycho, Psych, Seiko, Sinjin, and Azuki. So I try to draw them and everything, so I can get a better idea how I should draw them, what they should look like, and stuff like that. So I know that I'm not surprised when it comes down to it. And then I come up with some type of paneling that I'm going to be doing for the story. So I draw a little tiny thing, sketch of it, just to get an idea. I can change it whenever I want and stuff like that. Just some basic ideas, and then I'll just put little notes to the side of it to give me an idea of like where I'm gonna put the bubbles and everything for the conversations. Like I just take little notes. Um, and then I just write down, draw, and then sketch out the ideas I want and everything. And then once I have that everything set up, I then put it on what I call like, even though this is the storyboard, it's like a rough draft, but then I have a rough draft, rough draft. So here, I'm not gonna show you everything because I'm gonna keep it secret, obviously, or at least up until the contest is about to be done. So I draw a bigger idea, and then I write even more information onto it. And then I know this is like the preparation can be a little like daunting, like seriously, I have to do all this. It feels like homework. But I mean, if you really want it done, do it. Might as well take advantage of doing a storyboard, then doing a rough sketch, and then the final piece. So I have just regular computer paper. I don't want to use any of my professional paper on it, and then not like it, and then change over again. That's why I do all the alterations to the bigger copy, so I know what I want on the manga and any other sketches and stuff. Like I said, this is read from right to left, so I'm going here, da, 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 da. And then I'll do the same thing with the next page. And I'm still working on the bubbles here and everything, what I want to write in there. But I have the basic ideas of what I want in the story and stuff like that. And what type of I'm gonna also draw like what type of like if I'm gonna have anything blacked out, speed lines, stuff like that, shimmering bubbles, stuff like that, so I know what I'm gonna have on the paper. And then I obviously show you how I did my paneling and everything, and how I want it to work out in the end. So I have all that out. So that's how I do my storyboards. This is what I've read about and what works best for me. I'm always like pre-planning, pre-prepared. I need to have that, or I'm thinking my whole entire my manga universe is going to collapse in itself. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and then I'm going to be working on this a little bit more, and then I'm going to get my Bristol paper, and then actually start putting the actual drawings in. And I also put like what I'm going to be like put a little more realistic tones to it, or I'm going to be working with the chibi, stuff like that. So I have those little notes there, and then I'm going to use that. I'm in the process of things. I'm always listening to music. I think the best kind of music that I like listening to is I like listening to some pop, rock. I mean, it really depends on what you're really interested in listening to. I always have to have some type of music to keep me busy. So, like just a couple minutes ago, I was listening to "Just Be Friends" by Luca, to Migurine Luca. So I was listening to her as well as some stuff from Black Butler. What else? I listen to Lady Gaga. Me and my Lady Gaga. Um, Rumor Has It by Adele, Katy Perry. I listen to all these music and everything, Robin, just to get myself into the swing of things, so that my Hello Kitty stuff. um, so I know what stuff to when I'm in the whole entire mode of things. I know what I'm gonna be listening to, and gets me going. So I'll be listening to music. I'll have erasers off to the side, stuff like that. And then also keep manga next to you. Manga is your inspiration for it all, so you might as well, have some manga too on the side, just for reference. It's not cheating. It's not plagiarizing unless you actually take whatever concepts that they had in the manga and actually put it into your own manga, because that's just rude. Um, So take some ideas, like look at the hair, look at the clothing, how it falls on the stuff, backgrounds, how they did screen tones, just do those type of things that more or less makes it pop out more so than other manga. Add your own little finesse. You don't have to necessarily look at manga itself and be like, yay, this is what I'm gonna do, this is all I'm gonna be. No, that's not the case. Do what you want to do on your manga. Um, be traditional. I mean, not traditional, but be respectful of the manga artists, mangakas, and just use it as a reference. Don't use it and abuse it. So, I always have some manga beside me, Bakuman, or High School Club, Sakura Hime, and have an assortment of pins. The newer pin I got recently is this one right here, the zebra pin. I like using 5mm lead. I like 5mm. It's awesome. It's pretty. It makes pretty thin lines. I know there's a 3mm lead that I really want to get eventually for more thinner lines, more detail and stuff like that. But as of now, I'm working with 5mm. 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 More 5mm. 5mm. Only when I usually use anything like 7 lead, and this one's a 9, I think. Yeah, this is 9mm lead. I'll use 9mm lead for shading if I'm doing like a black and white, gray colored drawing. I'll use 9mm lead, and then like 7, the same thing. It's just that the higher it gets, the darker it can get, and more shading you can do. But that's why I use these particular. That's why I always have these on my in hand. Other gel pens that you can use. I have this whiteout pen right here. 1 second. Whiteout pen I use for highlights or corrections. I'll use that. More lead for my pencils. Always have a crap load of this. You're always gonna need it. I don't think you'll never ever not need it. So use it. Get a whole bunch of lead. Copic, multi-liners, Sakura Micron, multi-liners, eraser, another eraser that I use. Other kinds of pencils. This is other pencil that I use for sketching, just to sketch out the drawing and then use it eventually. But yes, that's what I do. Preparation. Have everything in front of you. Have other inspirational things around you. Use use manga as a reference. Use books on drawings as a reference. Listen to music while you're drawing. That's what I find that helps me a lot when I am doing stuff, drawing. It makes time go by quicker. It makes it feel like everything is working out because you're going with the rhythm of things, and you're drawing also, it gets a little bit more inspired also by playing music. I love music to death. I really, really do. I think it helps a lot. So, yes, okay. And if you're that type of person that, not like music, that's fine. You can always have some type of thing that's more recreational, like, having the TV on. Have a show that's going, that's inspirational, like watching anime while drawing. That gives me inspiration too. I'll use some type of, like when someone's about to hit someone, I'll visualize that in my head and then draw in my picture and then twerk it around so it fits my, idea of what I want that particular picture to look like. But yeah, I hope this, this information here helps you at least get started on, developing, your storyboards, writing out the summary of the plot and stuff like that, and then eventually putting it on a rough draft, and then eventually making the full 2 pages, 3 pages of the manga that you can be drawing and writing out and everything. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope it was a little bit inspirational, that I, at least give you some information on what to do. I'm honestly going to start trying to do paneling and storyboards so I can actually start getting everything together for my manga. So this is an opportunity for me to do so. So thank you guys so much. Sojo out.